there were free weekends of video games. Like it said, hey, try these video games free for the weekend. I love that. I love that shit. Little trial
Yeah.
period.
Yeah, you get like from Friday at midnight all the way till midnight on Monday, right?
So, well, sometimes.
Well, it's the weekend.
Sometimes. Yeah, I know. I mean, Dead by Daylight did it that way, but Wildlands didn't. They were just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You can get half of a day. Also, it's going to take half a day to install this game because it's 80 gigs. It's a fucking monster. It's a fucking beast of a game.
The first hard drive I ever owned that I bought new was 20 gigs. This one game is 80 gigs. And let me tell you something about Wildlands, Dale, because I'm guessing from the sounds of it, you didn't get to play it too much.
You get to play it at all.
Play it too much. It's 80 gigs of the same thing over and over and over again.
So it's 20. It's just 20 gigs.
It's like 4 gigs that they multiply 20 times. Because you're like, oh, drive to this next town. What's here? Oh, a couple little encampments with some terrorists. What's in between?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just roads. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, but if it's fun,
it's fun.
Like the Far Cry games, the Far Cry games have like the little encampments, and you take them down and a bunch of challenges of how to do it and stuff like that. That's my favorite part of those games.
It's fun.
So, yeah,
it's fun playing with a friend too, and the setting of it's really cool. And I sort of played it like an RPG, where quit doing the fake freeze face. So I'd play it like I'm in one of these movies where it's, well, there's only 2 of us behind enemy lines and we're in Colombia or whatever country you're in. And if you sort of like get into it like that, it's fun. If you just play it though to like break the game, all you have to do is use this gun from here, and if you put it here, it's always gonna be a headshot. But if you allow, like Friday the 13th, like if you allow yourself to get immersed in the environment, it's fun. You just like pulling some bystander out of his truck, like, I need this truck, I'm on a mission. Just throw him in the street.
I need this.
And there's little missions where you have to defend an area, and the guys are going to keep coming for a while. But you can just steal people's cars and like pile up a bunch of cars in one of the streets and just put some C4 under it. And like, here they come, and just blow the whole thing. So it's fun. I'm not saying it's not fun. It's definitely worth a free weekend. But it shouldn't be 80 gigs. It's big.
It was big. I think I was watching one of my streamer pals, guy, Dr. Disrespect, and he was downloading Black Ops 3, so like one of the older ones, 100 gigs.
What? They would shut off my internet. Comcast would be like, well, I don't know what you're doing over there, but we got to shut this whole thing down. Yeah, crazy shit. One of the games I downloaded for the weekend that wasn't too big of a monster was Dead by Daylight. Jim, this game is essentially like Friday the 13th. I've seen it. Yeah,
some
it's like
survivors, and and there's a killer, and you try to survive while he tries to thin the herd and kill everyone. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Like, it's better Friday the 13th game. It's they move better. They have a better perk system, levels, the monsters. You get Michael Myers is in this game.
Is he?
Michael Myers is in there for Freddy. Now they call him the Shape and they call him the Nightmare. And I'm just like, you guys are on some real legal thin ice, aren't you? You guys aren't supposed to be doing any of this shit.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like you're supposed to be doing this at all. We
talked fucking about Aki Man.
I think we talked about it a little bit when that was coming out. Aki Man.
But Pepsi Man, it's just like, you're just.
I remember that. It's from World Tour. Or no, that's from Revenge. Aki Man. That the Friday the 13th game was looking like a Dead by Daylight type game, and people were saying like Dead by Daylight's a better game, but I'm not playing that for the game. I'm playing that all for the atmosphere. So if the atmosphere is cool, that's cool. But I bought Friday the 13th because it's got like 10 different Jasons in it. You know, how could I?
Yeah.
That's what I care about for a game like that.
Yeah. I kind of wish that these two companies would just get together. Just, just put Jason in this game. Because I'm telling you that Michael Myers pops out and that Halloween theme plays, which once again, real legal thin ice with these guys. And it's very scary. Now a lot of people, just like in the Friday game, I could like they're metagaming it to death and like, okay, he's this character and we can get this many generators, and like they really got it mapped out. But the atmosphere is pretty cool. Every monster has like an audio cue, so the closer it gets, you start to hear this. And one of them is the Huntress, and she's this lady monster, and you can hear her whistling just like serenely to herself, and like
Jeepers,
you start hearing
creepers.
Yeah, you start hearing it, and you're like, gosh, she's close. Oh, it's getting louder. There's no way that's good. And it's neat because the monsters have like a red hue, like a little shadow, so you can kind of get a little jump. Like, okay, he's turning that corner because there's a red flashlight on the ground there. I know what that means. That's his outline. The survivors are third person. The killer is first person. It's a little harder for the monster. They're faster and stuff, but they're they got the little tunnel vision, whereas you can third person hide and creep if you're a survivor. And I thought that was a neat.
That is neat
situation.
And then you're really behind the mask. Yeah, it's bad. Oh, I can't sing today. Yeah,
but it's a good little game. I don't know if I'll get it. It's on sale right now for $10 in the Steam store. But it was scary. I could actually stream it. I was streaming it when Cryptic Ninja was watching, making fun of me. But that fucking Michael Myers jumps out, and you get scared that the nightmare pops out, and you get scared of that nightmare man. He
knives for fingernails.
I think he did. Well, one of his abilities is,
what abilities does he not have?
Well, he's got like the dream demon ability. So like your whole world kind of changes. Like if you ever played those like Batman Arkham games, and it's just suddenly you're fighting
the Scarecrow.
What's his name? Scarecrow. Suddenly it's turning into some Scarecrow shit, and like the weather is changing, and some of the textures are doing stuff. You can hear the la 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 la. You can hear the little girls, and you're like, ah, shit. It's cool. I think they did a good job with this game. It's got a big community. It's still got a sizable community.
Good.
I don't know what's going on with Friday the 13th. Probably not too much, but
1, 2, Wes Craven's estate's coming for you.
He's the nightmare
of intellectual property litigation.
1, 2, 1, 1, 2. We're just doing numbers.
Someone's coming undone. So that's 5.
Bang.
They got the WCW
Bang.
guy to write all the music.
Speaking of the nightmare, the nightmare fella, Robert Englund. Did you see this headline?
Is he back at it again?
He's back at it again. Robert Englund returning as Freddy Krueger.
Is it just for his little like? And then maybe it'd be played by other people other than me.
Oh wait, that wasn't the end of the headline. Robert Englund returning as Freddy Krueger for the Goldbergs Halloween episode. Fuck.
Why?
I don't know.
Why did you do that to me? Why did you do that?
Because it was fun.
It wasn't
fun.
It wasn't. It wasn't fun. I didn't like it. Do you know how excited I got for just a couple seconds?
I don't know what this Goldberg show is, but I'm gonna have to watch this episode. Right?
It's a comedy that's not funny, set in the 80s, so that would make sense then. Someone's probably gonna watch it and then have a dream, and he's in the dream.
Oh man, I hope it's. I'm real nervous. I'm real nervous. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, just 15 hours in makeup. Just do it. Oh, I love it. Here are all my stories. He's gonna have a good time.
Well, the metal
man's
kids loved it. See, metal was big with our audience, so we had all kinds of heavy metal music in here. And I said maybe I could do a couple karate kicks to Jason.
I think Robert Englund's gonna die in a makeup chair. He spends a lot of time in
Odds
there.
are.
You know, where he sleeps. So how are you? Did you have practice today?
No, I did not.
No practice.
I could not
today?
sing today.
I could not. That's what he said. He got on the phone and said, "I could not sing today."
No, I can't sing
Goodbye.
today. I can talk, but I can't sing. And I had some hard songs to sing today. I'm like, that's not going to happen. I tried a little bit in the car. Like, it's bad. My allergies get super bad, and then when I get all dried out, like when I have the drip, the post-nasal drip all day from allergies like I did yesterday, and I'm sneezing like 100 times, I can't sing the next day. It's impossible.
Too dried out. You need to get.
I could do like a fake traditional country song. That's about as high as I can go.
I like it.
Yep. I shot my wife just to see if she'd die.
She did.
And then she fell, and I cried.
She did. She did.
Everyone cheers. Yeah, felonies are fun. I went to jail for stabbing a man. This is brilliant.
Everyone loves a good felony,
Unless you're Bill Bellamy. Unless you're Bill Bellamy driving a Bentley. I don't know. I have students, right? I teach a class. My students are teenagers, and for one of the things they have to do in class, they have to answer a discussion post about some topic I'm teaching. It's never rap, by the way. And then today, they have to make a discussion post. They get 1 point for that. Comment on a post. They get a point for that. And then comment on a comment. But it all has to be related. Like, has to make sense and have to do with what we're talking about. But somebody's comment on a comment was, yeah, well, Machine Gun Kelly said that Eminem's not even going to come back after that because he burned him so bad. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This has nothing. It had nothing to do with the comment before it. It just was out of the blue about how Eminem got tore up by MGK.
He was just copy and pasting from random shit. Science homework, Machine Gun Kelly, this Machine Gun Kelly, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's weird. Kids are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are dumb.
These kids aren't dumb, though. They're just, when you were 18 and 17, thought you were funny about stuff, and then it turns out it wasn't funny. It's just that.
He's confident, though.
Yeah, yeah, they're very confident. They were singing in class today. They were doing the, that's quick maths. Man's not hot. Let's take off your jacket. I said, babe, man's not hot. You ever see that rap? Listener Dave, if he listens to this, he'll know what I'm talking about. It's this fake British rapper guy that was on. I think his name's Big Shaq or something. It's really funny. I'll send you a link. But you'll enjoy it.
Kids, they know all the memes, man.
This is old. This is like 2 years old. So when they started talking about it, I said, hey, take off your jacket. And he was like, oh, man's not hot. I was like, yeah, I know what that is. How old do you think I am?
It's like, I'm cool. Just listen to these knees.
Cool, just listen to these knees.
Let's make some music. Let's start a band.
Man's not hot. I tell her man's not hot. I tell her man's not hot. The girl told me take off your jacket. I said, babes, man's not hot. Yeah, I'll send you a link. For that.
Thank you. Well, they're going ahead with this Child's Play reboot, Jim.
Yeah,
they're going to do it.
You know what I didn't like? I saw a post on Facebook.
Like?
It said, "Hey, first photos from the new Child's Play." And then they showed a photo from Child's Play, the original. And for a second, I'm like, that doesn't look bad. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not it. I got to click on this, don't I? And I clicked on it. I'm like, oh, that doesn't look like that.
Yeah, they put out an image. It was half of his face. They're like, here's half of it because he's hiding in the shadows. And people like easily just flipped it and gave him a full face. And they're like, here's what he's gonna look like. I mean, it's a different little doll. It's similar enough. It's got freckles. It's a little white. It's a little white redheaded demon child. It's just they moved some cheekbones around.
I feel like that's like Freddy though, where you have no good reason not to have Robert Englund keep playing this role. You got no reason not to have Brad Dourif. You have no good reason for him not to keep doing the voice of Chucky.
You say that, is he not returning?
I would assume he's not if they're doing a reboot.
Now that I don't know. So if somebody knows that, let me know, because I thought that was a given. I knew they're changing a bunch of stuff. One of the big things that they're changing is the origin of Child's Play, where a fucking murder man hides in a toy store and is like, fuck, I'm gonna go to jail. The hell I am. And he just puts his soul into the doll. That's what Child's Play is.
Yeah,
right?
He's not announced for any of it. He's not in this.
Ooh, that sucks. That sucks.
Child's Play in development TV series. Cult of Chucky, Child's Play 7.
Yeah, those are the ones that just came out. Those are pretty decent.
Yeah,
Those are pretty decent.
I don't even see like this temporary page for this on IMDb. So maybe I don't know. But I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. It's like if Jamie Lee Curtis was going to be in the new Halloween and you didn't announce that when you were like, we're making a new Halloween.
I think maybe they're toying with it. They're like, yeah, we could bring him back. We can create something new. I can put my stamp on it as a producer. And they're like, just get the guy. Just get that guy. So they might, maybe there's some money, they have to figure out if they want to pay him those Chucky bucks.
Maybe.
Here's
the issue I have. So Halloween was Resurrection was rough, right? But it was at the theater. Jamie Lee Curtis was in it. They've made like 19 direct-to-video Child's Play movies. So I don't know that this is going to work the same way. And it's not, it's okay. I want to draw a little bit of an analogy. It's sort of like the tribute band thing. If you're going to be in a tribute band and make money playing in a tribute band, it's got to be of a band that's huge. You can't be in a tribute band of Nazareth.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do? Hair of the dog, and that's it.
Oh, exactly.
Because then you're going to play at the places the actual band plays, right? And I feel like Halloween can do the resequeling because it's like the king of this genre. And then when you get down to Child's Play, and I love me some Child's Play, but when you get down to this, and it's been just like they've made so many just direct-to-video, like Hellraiser, like it's so watered down. And then they're like, it's coming back. And they had one last year. I don't think this can even make money at the movies.
Yeah, I think it could. I
hope
like you
it
said,
does.
it's at the end of its rope. But it needs this rebranding. It needs this reboot.
I think it needs to go away for a little longer first. Halloween went away for a long time.
Because the last one was straight to Netflix, I think. So, I mean, it depends what they want to do with it and how much it's going to be. Now, obviously, this is because of the Annabelle and all those $20 movies that they make over there at the Blumhouse. And they're good. But Oh fuck! Unfortunately for diehard fans, Brad Dourif will not return to voice the doll, as he is committed to play Chucky in the Child's Play TV series. So he's double booked. I'm not booked, Terry.
See, I can't play
I'm already
Chucky.
booked.
I'm playing Chucky. I don't have time to play Chucky when I'm over here playing Chucky.
What the fuck?
You're going to need to find someone else to play Chucky. I'm booked up. What am I doing? I'm over here playing Chucky.
Just double book the booth and do the audio for the other thing.
Wait, so I could be in the same studio and just saying probably the same lines? No. There's studio time over here. That's for me.
Wait, why?
I'm playing Chucky over here.
Why
You're
can't
have
you
to
play
find
Chucky?
someone else to play. Who's it in that? Chucky? I can't do both at once. I'm a versatile actor, but if I'm over here playing Chucky, I can't just switch roles and play Chucky. I'm a method actor.
Switch.
I'm a method actor, okay? I get in the headspace of this Chucky character. How am I just supposed to jump over and play, who is it again, Chucky? That's not going to work for me.
And it's probably not, if he's doing it for the TV series, that's probably 10 hours of stuff. Not for him personally, but the show's probably 10 hours.
Yeah.
This is a 90-minute movie. Like, it's less work for more money, I'd imagine. Oh, that's good.
You can't squeeze it in. Eddie Van Halen squeezed in a guitar solo on Thriller when Van Halen was like the biggest rock band in the world. But Brad Dourif can't play Chucky when he's over here playing Chucky.
He's playing Chucky. Can't play Chucky. Now, the thing that I've been trying to get to here, besides but that Brad Dourif's not going to be in it. He's not going to play Chucky because he's playing Chucky.
He's too busy playing Chucky.
They are ditching the origin story as we know it, ditching the serial killer storyline in favor of an arguably more topical plot that sees Chucky being reprogrammed to behave violently by a Chinese factory worker who subsequently kills himself.
Ripped from the headlines.
Yeah. So I think this project's done. You don't have Brad Dourif because he's playing Chucky. And now you're doing this isn't Child's Play.
No.
Just call it something else at this point.
No, a evilly programmed robot where a guy kills himself programming it. It's going to have some supernatural elements. I'm sure he kills himself. That wouldn't be part of it if it wasn't. But not the same as a serial killer that conjures up this ancient voodoo and puts himself in a doll.
Yeah.
This guy's like, oh, I'm just making dolls all day. I just want to kill myself.
Oops, so my soul got in that.
What's China think about that, huh?
I don't know. She probably doesn't think much at all about it.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Walked right into that one.
So that's that story. That's top story is Chucky. Can't play Chucky because he's Chucky. Fucking love that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that going in. That was the next paragraph. I was like, oh, it has my Brad Dourif answer, and it's fucking ridiculous because he's playing Chucky.
See, I'm booked up playing Chucky, so I can't play whoever that Chucky guy is you're talking about. I'd have to come up with a voice for him and sort of a mannerism, and couldn't do it.
I could always swear a little. No, that wouldn't work. That'd be strange.
Is it going to be a Chinese guy's voice? Is he going to know how to speak English if he's Chinese?
I was wondering that, but I didn't want to say it because that's. Or is he just going to have the voice lines of the doll? No, I don't know.
This sounds like it hasn't gotten past the back of a bar napkin stage of development.
Well, yeah. I mean, they cast Aubrey Plaza in it, so that's exactly where they're at. They're like, I don't know, that emotionless actress from that television show that people like. People like her. The one that's not The Office with they're in the government. They work in the government. Right, the guy
Uh,
likes meat. Ron Swanson likes meat.
oh, Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. Yeah, she's the emo girl in Parks and
Oh
Rec.
yeah, yeah, I know. She says loony things during interviews. She says, "Yeah."
Loony. She's a loon.
I'd say she's a loon, but she says some very off the wall things while she's being interviewed.
Crazy, nutty stuff.
Refreshingly honest.
Last week we looked at Joaquin Phoenix
Walking.
as the Joker, which you loved. I remember vividly that you were a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix as Arthur Flack. Arthur Flack.
Well, let's be fair. Let's be fair to me. It wasn't that I don't like Joaquin Phoenix or I think he'd be a bad Joker, but he's 70 years old in that photo. Where are you going to go with this?
Yeah, that's definitely a concern.
And he looks like the bad guy from No Country for Old Men in that picture.
And we wondered, maybe they're gonna bookend it, and he's not. It's not gonna be a lot of old Joker, and we're. But there is a new picture with Joaquin in the Joker makeup. That's gonna be popping up here in a few seconds. So, I mean, it is him in the makeup.
It's been hashtag confirmed.
Hashtag old Joker's gonna be a thing. But he looks like Chris Jericho. When you finally see it, I was like, his hair looks like Chris Jericho's to me. But it's Joaquin Phoenix in clown makeup.
You could see that. That doesn't look bad. Again.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have like "cocks for my lips" tattooed on his forehead like the fucking other movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, it definitely looks better than that. I mean, he's probably going to be a great Joker, but when Batman's 40, this Joker is dead of old age, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, Joker's timeless. He's a timeless villain. So there's that. John Hamm says he'd be interested in playing Batman though.
Oh,
because they're off Ben Affleck, and he's just like, hey, I'm handsome.
Hey, who's Superman going to be? Are they soft rebooting this? They didn't really see that coming, did they? We're going to do our version of Avengers. Oh, Superman and Batman are gone?
Yeah.
Well, at least they're not like the major two ones of our group.
Yeah, they're sticking with Wonder Woman and the Trident Man.
Aquaman.
Old Aquaman.
And the Flash, who's the guy no one knows.
He's just like, I'm just happy to be here.
So they're keeping those people and just replacing Superman and Batman and pretending like they're just Don Cheadling us from Iron Man 2?
I'm sure they'll restart something.
This sounds very X-Men.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But I like John Hamm's quote on Batman where he said, it depends on the script, what the story is. I'm a huge comic book fan. Always have been. I've read comics since I was 9 or younger, and I'm pretty knowledgeable about a lot of them. And I like the genre. And I like when they're done well. It's my John Hamm. Nailed it.
So I'll never play Batman. Sorry, guys.
He was just like, if it's not dog shit, I'd probably sign up.
Shoot me a script. Maybe next one. Catch you on the next one. Dale, I love Superman so much. Before I die, can you think maybe they can make another good one? Before I die. Just one more. Oh, look at my shirt. Look at that.
I think they will, but I don't think it's going to be like a big franchise movie. Like this Joker thing is an offshoot. Mm-hmm. That's not going to have a sequel. Phoenix isn't playing the Joker more than one time here. It's one and done. Like, I think if they did a one and done Superman, or maybe two, if you want to do one of like Death of Superman, or what was the Russian one? There was that weird Russian Superman thing. I don't think they'd ever pull the trigger on something like that.
No.
But something standalone that's pretty good.
They have too much hubris with Superman.
It's the only time.
They won't, they could make a cool Netflix show, but they're not going to do that. And I mean, I'm not talking specifically Netflix. Maybe there's some partnership thing there. That's not what I mean. But they could, like you said, they could do like a low-key different take Superman story that would be good, but they've got too much ego surrounding their flagship. It's like if you're like, we're going to put Hulk Hogan on the bottom of the card here and have him work this crazy tag match in 1987. Like, no, he's going to the top. Only now it's 1993 Hulk Hogan. And there's a Japanese cameraman shooting sparks in his eyes.
He's got the noodle arms because he's off the gas.
His head looks really narrow, like a football the other way. He's never looked right. He needed that big, fat steroid head. It went away. I don't think they will. I think they could make a good one, and they just won't. They're going to keep trying to push these big, epic movies. Until when? I don't know. How badly does it have to fail for them to not do that anymore?
Well, that's the thing. Marvel the universe, cinematic universe, and they've done a good job. DC has not. Blah blah blah. We know that, and they've continued to fail. I honestly can't think of another cinematic universe that has succeeded. Like they have like Universal's like we're bringing back the monsters, and it's our dark cinematic. That was one and done.
What they make, like werewolf or something?
The Mummy. They did the Mummy. They did the werewolf one.
Oh yeah. They didn't tie them together either. Right. If they did, they didn't do it right. I didn't even know about it.
They didn't do it right.
Marvel let you know about it.
But this is like DC. It feels like they've restarted a couple times here since Marvel has, still on their first go at it and doing a good job. Stop.
Marvel is a decade in to this.
I don't know why. I mean, there's theoretical money and linking all of them. But you can still just make a movie and say, hey, screenwriter, producer, filmmaker, give me some wiggle room on we might want to do a sequel. That's all you have to do. You don't have to make 8 movies in the same 4-month period and say, if these suck, we're fucked. Like, no, just make a movie, worry about the movie. I mean, that's what they did with Iron Man. After Iron Man, they were like, hey, that's pretty good. We can move some stuff around and maybe tie them in and off to the races. But it started to just make a good movie.
Maybe just watch a couple of the movies the director you picked out has done and decide if that's where you want Superman to go. I don't know. I mean, it couldn't hurt. See, Marvel had an advantage because when Iron Man was coming out, I mean, what was like X-Men 2 was like, yeah, that one was okay. Like that was their hot movie. That was like their big Spider-Man 2. Like
Spider-Man,
that's the best Spider-Man. Like, yeah, that one was, I don't know, it's not bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So Iron Man, everyone's like, how good is this gonna be? Fantastic Four had come out and shit the bed. Blade Trinity. What was I don't know. But then Iron Man was like surprisingly good. Everyone was like, wow, that's cool. So if you made a good Superman, people would be shocked at this point, I think.
Yeah, and I kind of felt bad for Henry Cavill because he never really got to play Superman.
He could have been a great Superman.
He never once got to play Superman.
Not his fault at all.
Because he's like, good looking dude, muscular, all this stuff. But he like when you see him on the talk shows and stuff, real charm, like good smile. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, Superman never once smiled in those 3 movies that he was in.
And if he did, it was some weird, like Terminator smiling.
I just broke a man's neck.
Why did you say that name? Has anybody done so poorly with such iconic properties before? Like, say what you will about, there's a divide among people with The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, which one's good, which one's not good. But different people think both of them are good. And they both made $1 bajillion. So either way, they were smashing successes.
Yeah.
How can you screw up Superman so badly? Batman, the Nolan movies made money. They were huge at the box office. But Superman, How can you not get him to make money? Did you not book Superman? He's not booked.
Not booked. Yeah, I mean, there is that. Is he too white meat baby face for the cynical era? But at the end of the day, like there are good stories out there that they could just literally copy and paste and just like make that one.
Is he too white meat baby? Captain America is pretty white meat baby face. Spider-Man is pretty white meat baby face.
Yeah, but they relied on comedy there. I'm trying to think like what's Superman's like tag partner as far as like how are we gonna sell it? Spider-Man's got humor. Captain has
how about
a spy movie fucking thing going on?
Feel good about being alive. That's how I feel.
Okay.
When I see the twinkle in Christopher Reeve's eye, that's how I feel.
Oh, when you see those twinks. You just get so happy. Speaking of photos,
there's a reason
here,
the Donner S is on my arm because it's not going anywhere. I have the memories of that movie, but can I get just one more? Can I get one more? Just one.
I think
one more.
It'll happen at some point. They just need the right guy. No, they need a lot. They need more than just the right guy.
But if you meant Superman, they had the right guy.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and then I was like, no, the director's got to be good. The producer's got to be. It's like they need a lot. DC's bad. That's just we know this. But speaking of photos, well, they're making Sonic the Hedgehog live action movie.
I've heard about this,
which is so strange, but whatever. I mean, Space Jam's kind of a thing. But Jim Carrey's in it as Dr. Eggman.
That makes sense. And
there's going to be a photo on your screen here in a few seconds. First photo of Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman. And I don't know. This movie's going to be
like Dr. Eggman. It doesn't look anything. Is you sure this is? I think you put the wrong. Photo on here. Yeah, because
is that what it is?
This is just like some goofy looking sheriff and like a really old man in a vest. And you told me you put Dr. Eggman on here.
That's Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman.
Okay.
Because he has white hair.
Yeah. So tell me more about this Mario Brothers movie you want to make. Because I'll greenlight the shit out of that if this is getting shot right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder why Sonic. Is Sonic popular? Are Sonic games back?
My 3-year-old boy loves Sonic the Hedgehog. He watches the cartoons that are 25 years old on Amazon or Netflix or something. So he thinks it's cool and relevant, and that's it.
Well, maybe this, like I said, Space Jam. Maybe this is for the kids.
I hope it is. I hope it is, because I'd like to take him to see it.
Get that Chris Jericho picture.
It's not like Mario Brothers, which was for nobody. It's not for anybody.
It's for no one.
Do you think they could get... Wait, so Sonic's going to be CG, right? Like, there's not going to be a guy with, like, blue spikes on his head, right?
Like the Tick?
But the Tick is that on the cartoon, like, it's a guy in that silly suit.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog is a blue hedgehog with anthropomorphized features.
It's gonna be Tyrion Lannister, all blued up.
I loved that in Infinity War. Like I know you're playing a dwarf again. You're gonna be the biggest dwarf that there's ever been in the history of cinema, though. Just think about that. You're literally 3 times the size of a regular human man, but you're a dwarf. Who got the last laugh now?
I feel they didn't have to sell him hard on that.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm gonna be how tall? About 20 feet tall. Yep. Definitely going to do it.
But I'm still a dwarf, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, well, yeah. But in name only.
We're going to zoom in and enhance your fat little forearms, and the world will see. Swing of that hammer.
I don't know how we're not off of Facebook yet. I really have no idea.
He's got fat little hands.
So the Joker, yeah, that looks like doesn't look terrible. It looks cool. That looks cool. Him in the makeup looks neat. Him just hanging out, looking old. Wasn't a fan of that.
What was in Batman Returns? There's Fred's hand. What was the last name? Did Fred have a last name?
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, that's a good brain. If there's an answer for that, that's a good trivia question.
Because I'd love for, like, when they were putting this together, it's like, what's his, kayfabe name going to be?
On vacation.
I'd be like, that'd be a fucking neat, unnecessary, weird little tie-in. It's like, his name is Fred. For Batman Returns.
Remember me? I'm Fred's hand. I love Batman Returns. I can't wait till Christmas.
It's almost
the only time
here.
you'll hear me say that is when we're talking about Batman Returns or Lethal Weapon, because otherwise I'm dreading winter.
Speaking of Lethal Weapon, I just saw a preview for the new season on Fox. It does look like the Briggs character is gone, and he's getting a new buddy from the CIA.
Stifler? Who is it?
I didn't see the actor because every time I noticed it was on, I just missed it. I missed it, but they're going ahead, and that's risk. It's like with the Roseanne thing. They're going on with Roseanne without Roseanne.
Oh, are they?
They're going out. Yeah,
I heard they were considering it because Sarah Gilbert was like, "Hey, can we keep making this show I was making?"
Yeah, it's like I need this. No, I think they are, and they're gonna kill her off with the opioid addiction. I think I heard. I don't know if they're teasing her or not, but that's what I heard. She gonna kill herself with drugs.
Oh, Roseanne. I was gonna say if you're gonna write Riggs out of the show, can he just blow his brains out?
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
He's Riggs.
No, they're gonna kill off Roseanne with drugs, and I don't know about this Lethal Weapon. I think I still have all of them on my DVR, so there's probably like 37 Lethal Weapon episodes just waiting for me right here on my remote control.
They're not on your remote control.
That's where it is, because I talk into them here, and I say, "Lethal Weapon, please." And then it brings up Lethal Weapon because it's all in here.
Does your remote control make a squeaky toy noise when you press it?
Yeah, it does do that.
Huh. Okay, that's interesting.
So yeah, Lethal Weapon. Yeah, because that guy was crazy. He's a crazy person in real life, and they got rid of him. He was a danger. He was a menace.
A little too into his role.
See, he was a menace. So next Saturday, the WWE, they're doing their big Australia show. It's the Super Showdown Down Under, Super Showdown. And then a month or two after that, they're going back to Saudi Arabia. And
they were just there.
Yeah.
They're like, how about another $1 trillion?
It's like, you just, you get the real Yokozuna this time, and you guys come back and make all the money. And I was thinking about it, because some people, they don't care for these, whether it's for political, Saudi Arabia reasons or whatever. I don't think anybody has much against the fucking Australians. I don't know what they've done to hurt us. But I kind of love these events. Like, they're the new pay-per-view. They're the new event. Like, Brock Lesnar's going to be there. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels are they're a special event. It's not just here's Roman Reigns again. So I think it's cool because like pay-per-views have been dead for a while.
Yeah.
And this kind of brings back that excitement.
Are they on the network?
They are on the network, and because like they booked the shit out of them, they are like super pay-per-views. They, like I said, they bring out the Undertakers and all this kind of shit, and the matchups are pretty neat. So I'm glad they're doing something.
Wouldn't it be neat because they find out about these things in advance? Wouldn't it be cool if they like booked their TV around these big events that they have a couple times a year now?
Yeah, no, because I think they try that and they can't do it. Because
Okay,
what happened?
let me
Oh,
rephrase. Wouldn't it be cool if they they wrote awesome TV again?
oh, hell yeah.
Okay, there we go.
That'd
Now
be
we're on the
great.
same page.
That'd be great. No, the one of the side effects of these offshoot pay-per-views are their actual pay-per-views, like Hell in a Cell. They're treated secondary, and normally when a feud's wrapping up, and it's like, all right, here's the tiebreaker. Nope, another bullshit ending because we're gonna have you actually resolve that in Saudi Arabia. So it's just like you can't treat your pay-per-views like it's a fucking Nitro, and that's kind of what they do.
Yeah, I remember when Nitro was good. It was
Yeah,
a long time ago.
those are some good times.
I don't know if I'll ever get into wrestling again. Like I had before. Isn't it sad? You ever ponder things like that in life, Dale? Let's bring the whole show down. You ever think about things where you think there was that little window of my life where there was this thing I loved, and it's just never gonna be how it was again. Never ever. Because like sports is cyclical, like the Sox were good in the early '90s, and then they were okay. And then they won the World Series, and then the Cubs were never winning things. They won the World 3 straight NLCSs. They win the World Series. And you think things like that are cyclical. But I don't know. You got one guy running an entire industry, and it just hasn't been good in a long time. Is that ever coming back? Am I going to get a good Superman? Am I going to get a good Raw? Am I going to be compelled to watch Monday Night Raw again?
Yeah, when he's dead, it's gonna be very exciting.
That's interesting.
When the old man dies,
because see, there's a correlation to be made. Maybe not a correlation, an analogy maybe. Because when Bill Wirtz died in 2006 or 7 or something, Rocky Wirtz took over. They won a Stanley Cup in 3 years or something. 2010. And then they won another one. Then they won another one. And then he wasn't dead that long. They were still putting the dirt on him. And he was like, okay, Dad's dead. We're turning this whole ship around. They went from paying you to go see Hawks games to being the hottest ticket in town and winning championships. So maybe once the old man goes, maybe sky's the limit.
I mean, because there's always NXT, and you look at that, and you look at who runs that, and go, well, when the old man goes, that guy's going to run the main show. If they bring this to that, well, holy fuck, we're going to be in for a great time. And I think that'll happen to some extent. And I'm happy all the other companies are trying to do stuff. I just think there's a lot of hours for the WWE. It's a lot of hours of television to program, and they haven't even come close to figuring it out. They're like, well, cruiserweights before the show or after the show? I don't know. It's so much.
It's got to be compelling again. I mean, when I got into wrestling the second time as a teenager, it was compelling television. That's why I want NWO. This sounds crazy. I got to watch that. And then
Brian Pillman with a pistol. Give me that shit.
Right, Stone Cold. It was compelling to watch it, and people you felt like you had to watch it. You were missing out on pop culture or something. And maybe it'll help that they're going to Fox. That's over the air. People are cutting the cord. So maybe that'll help a little bit. But I just wish I felt compelled to tune in. And I did a couple times, Goldberg's coming back, and maybe that'll be interesting. Or Brock came back a couple years ago, but that was 5 years ago now.
Yeah, they don't have any of the personalities. CM Punk got a lot of people watching again because it's what asshole thing is he gonna say this time when he comes out there? Oh, there's a good, he had those good zingers, and everything felt intense, and you just don't have that with Kevin Owens. He's good, but this, he's not must see. The Elias guy with the guitar, he's good. I'm not tuning in for that.
No.
Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Like maybe when the old man goes, whoever's running it will see that, maybe we could bring these indie guys in for stuff here and there, not tie them down to this restrictive contract. Maybe make it more like wrestling used to be, where guys come in and out, and it just seems. And this is just me as a fan. I have no idea what I'm talking about, and he's making a bunch of money with these one-off shows and stuff. But it always just feels like there's personal feelings that get in the way of making really cool television. Like, I always feel like there's guys they could bring in or storylines they could tell, but they just don't because, like, well, that's not Vince's guy or that's not Triple H's guy. Or am I out of line? Is that...
I'm sure there's some personal, politics like that every now and then. Like, oh, Sting, it's like we're only going to push you so far until Seth Rollins hurts you. But I think it's just they're a machine. They're a PG, well-oiled, PG, lubed-up machine. And, like, their stocks, I think I just saw today, are, like, the highest they've been in a long time. Fucking Bucky Beaver motherfucker just cashed out a bunch of stocks because it's at a real high point right here.
The PG advertising dollars are too high.
We've got no reason to change any of it. And it sucks, and it should change, but why would they? They have no reason to make Jim and Dale happy. They don't give a fuck. And that's maybe like when I heard they were going to Fox, and I was like, Fox likes that risque shit. Maybe they'll put some pressure on them to have, I think it's SmackDown on Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have that be a little more adult, Spike TV, and that was some side boob. Did we see some side boob? I don't know. I just miss side boob.
They got to compete now with so many things, Netflix, and I don't know. I'm just making excuses now. It's just one of those things. Maybe one day. I always felt that way with Metallica. Like, are they going to make a heavy album again? And then they did. They made a couple of them in a row. They weren't the best, but they did it. They made, like, real metal albums again after a couple tries. And I'm like, I never thought that would happen. I never thought I'd get a sequel to Wet Hot American Summer. I never thought they'd finish Gilmore Girls the correct way. These things are happening now. So maybe I get a good Superman.
Mars is coming back again.
Maybe I get a good Superman, and I get wrestling that's good again.
Jim, you gotta give the Superman thing up.
Like, what if somebody did an old school? Because here's something that's happened in music. It happened in metal. There's some old school. There's some bands that are new, and their albums sound 30 years old in a good way. The songs, the way they're written, the way it's produced, the way it sounds, the way the album art looks, everything. It feels old, and these people are like 10 years younger than me. What if somebody just made like an indie wrestling television show that was just like old school wrestling with drunk hillbillies in a little tiny studio audience, and then just no-sold it? Like, when people are like, well, don't you got to catch up with what are you talking about? This is professional wrestling. These are elite athletes. And then just completely didn't sell the fact that wrestling hasn't been like that in 35 years.
That would be fun.
I'd at least watch the first couple TVs.
I mean, I don't know if that's what NWA is doing now, the Billy Corgan's NWA. It sounds like it. I haven't watched it, so I can't tell you that. But, I mean, it's NWA.
True.
Like, no one gives a shit.
I've seen a little bit of it on YouTube, and it seems like it wants to do that, but it won't take. I mean, this like production style and the way people dress, all that shit, go totally like 1982, and just pretend like you didn't.
Yeah, WWE had like a little web series sort of thing where everybody was dressed up as people from the 80s, and they would cut promos about, fucking Super Saturday and all this stuff at the Alligator Swamp. And they were having the times of their lives. It was fucking hilarious. But they never did a single match. It was all, promos and stuff before and after and vignettes. But yeah, I just think a couple hours of that type of wrestling, I don't know if that would work. I don't know. But somebody should give it a shot.
Why not? What do you have to lose? I'm not saying the WWE should do that. But, like, somebody could do that theoretically. People
Nobody wrestles that. Everyone's like, I can't do a 450 off the fucking balcony. It's like, no, you can't, because we're doing this old school thing. It's like, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Yeah, everyone's going to do a suicide dive.
But we're on YouTube Red and people watch us. I don't know. No one watches YouTube Red. It's not even YouTube Red anymore.
According to WGN.
You need to finish watching Sweep the Leg Johnny or whatever it's called.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
It's called Cobra Kai. You know what? I think I'll do that.
Kai and Tai.
Because that the first episode was very good. So plugs. I don't have much else here. Inger's trying to come back. That
tell you what,
a rapist.
This Friday night at the Sportatorium, it's going to be me and Johnny Slapnuts going toe to toe in a rope and bell cow match. Yep.
And look, I'd love to be there, but I'm not booked.
I'm not booked.
Terry. Plugs for me, Instagram at Dale Zawada. Just follow me.
Oh yeah, Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at James Jarrah Music.
That's going to do it for episode 38. Thanks for listening and watching. I'm Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger on that show, The Goldbergs.
I'm Brad Dourif as Chucky, not as Chucky. I'm busy over here being Chucky. I can't just be Chucky. What do you think? I'm just Chucky all the time?